guys? It's me, Grey Wolf. I'm back to do another video for you. This time it's going to be a little bit different because I'm actually filming on my new GoPro Hero 3 video camera. Very cool. Not sure why I waited so long to get one, although I have to admit the Hero 3s probably are better than the Hero 2s or even the Hero 1s, just because they have built-in Wi-Fi, which the other ones didn't, and the Wi-Fi backpack, as they call it, made the old ones really big and bulky. If you look at an older GoPro with a wireless backpack on it, it's substantially bigger than the Hero 3s, so it's probably just as well that I did. But at any rate, it is really cool. As you can see here, I am actually using my Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 to film. The GoPro's got an app for Androids and some of the Apple products that basically allows you to preview what's being shown on the camera and even control it. I can turn it off and on, and I can change all the settings. I mean, it's like totally, I can control virtually every function with this tablet right here. I can even make it full screen, which is really cool. And sorry, I'm like looking all over the place because I'm trying to check my angles from basically the tablet, which gives me the angle of the GoPro, and then the laptop over here, which gives me the angle of the overhead camera. So I'm just like looking all around trying to make sure everything's lined up, but yeah, everything looks really good. So going back to this, if I back out of the full screen mode here, again, you know, I can stop and start the thing. I can, well, apparently I can't change the settings with the GoPro rolling, but normally there would be a settings button here I could push and totally access everything inside the GoPro. Very cool stuff. But anyway, I guess this video here is mostly going to be on, it's just going to be a real quick video, and it's basically just kind of an introductory, so you guys can kind of see what I'm working with as far as the GoPro and the wireless, you know, the built-in wireless pack on my tablet. And then also, since I knew that would be a very short video, like right now we're only at like 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and I'm pretty much done with that part of it, I'll go ahead and make this kind of a twofer. And what I want to do now is actually, and I didn't have the GoPro set up earlier or I would have just videoed this, but what I did was I took my DSLR and got some snapshots. Well, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Let me back up a minute. What I wanted to do was I wanted to demonstrate one of the main reasons why I like CowRC's moo-tor cleaner. So and that's going to be a really quick video because, as I was saying a second ago, I didn't have the GoPro set up at the time to film it, so I just took some snapshots, like before and after snapshots, of my Offman 9.5 buggy. It was really dirty. The last time I went out to run it, it was mostly dry, but there were patches of water. So every once in a while, you know, if you splash some water on the car or whatever, well, then all the sand that's out there basically just sticks to it, right? And it's just terrible. So anyway, now don't get me wrong, CowRC's moo-tor cleaner isn't going to clean it like you know, like tearing it apart and breaking it down, cleaning it up with simple green, putting it back together. It doesn't get it that clean. In fact, it probably doesn't. Well, not probably. In fact, it doesn't even get it as clean as if you were to take the electronics and the motor out and then hose it off with a garden hose. But here's the thing for me. I'm really leery of using a garden hose to wash off my kits. Typically, what I like to do is I like to use the moo-tor cleaner. Now, granted, it doesn't make them spick and span, but it does get the majority of the built-up oils, dirt, grime. It does get the majority of that off there. Now, yes, there will still be kind of a dirty film left behind on the car itself, but it does a really good job of getting rid of the bulk of the crud, if you will. Basically enough that I can bring it in the house and, you know, not worry about having to, not having to worry about tracking sand and dirt and stuff through the house or whatever. So anyway, let me show you a couple snapshots here of the car before I cleaned it up, and then I'll just follow that up by a few snapshots of after. And like I said, you know, granted it's not spick and span. It does leave a dirt residue, but all the big crappy, you know, all the sand is gone. Most of the oils and stuff that were on the chassis plate, most of that's gone. Yeah, there's nooks and crannies where it's kind of hard to get to. So basically what I do is I take the moo-tor cleaner and I spray it on, and then you know, I let it sit for, you know, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds or whatever, until it kind of starts breaking up the grease and the grime and stuff, and then I hit it with my air compressor and just kind of blow it off. Now, yeah, it does kind of get, you know, if you do it indoors, which I live in an apartment, so everything I do pretty much has to take place in my hobby room for the most part. I basically just do it like over by my computer desk, because I have one of those plastic mats down for my computer chair roll on. And so, yeah, you know, some of that sand and stuff gets blown off of the kit, you know, onto the floor or whatever, but with that plastic mat down there, it's pretty easy to bring in the vacuum cleaner and kind of sweep it up or whatever. It's really good if you actually need to degrease something, especially like your nitro engine or whatever. It's exceptionally good at that, but what I really like about it is it allows me to take my kit out, bash it, get it filthy, bring it home. You know, I can clean it up. It takes about 10 minutes, maybe 10-15 minutes to clean it up that way, and it's clean enough to let it sit around in my hobby room. It's clean enough to hang up on the wall. It's even clean enough to throw up on my desk and, you know, do a video with it. Yeah, it's gonna look dirty, but it's not gonna look filthy like it did before, as you can tell from the pics. If you really study the pics, especially like on the tops of the fuel tanks and stuff, there was grime and sand and stuff just caked on the tops of that. That's pretty much gone. So yeah, and I pretty much, you know, I do that, I don't know, basically till I feel like, I don't know, there's no really set amount, just basically until I feel like the kit has been, basically I let it go until I get to the point where I feel like I really need to tear it apart and check all the bearings. That's my big concern with what dictates kind of, you know, when to do a total, like, you know, tear down and cleaning. and you know, I clean all the bearings and stuff at the same time. So at any rate, this is going on a little bit too long to just show you a few pictures or whatever, and basically to show you my GoPro and my Samsung tablet. So with that, I'll just go ahead and end this video right here. If you like RC pics, feel free to check out my Facebook page. You can also leave me questions and comments there, or just start up a RC conversation. The address is www.facebook.com/GrayWolfStudios74. Or you can leave me questions and comments via email at GrayWolfStudios74@gmail.com. Peace.